Deep inside the Amazon rainforest, there are places humans still haven't explored, and what researchers have found there is deeply disturbing. From rivers that boil animals alive, to ancient cities buried under the jungle floor, to tribes that have never seen the outside world. These are the secrets of the Amazon that nobody tells you. The Amazon rainforest covers over 5.5 million square kilometers across South America. It stretches through Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, and 7 other countries. It's home to 10% of all species on Earth, more than 400 billion individual trees, over 2.5 million species of insects alone. Scientists have been studying the Amazon for centuries, and yet, large portions of it have never been mapped, never been walked, never been seen. The deeper researchers go, the stranger the discoveries become. So today, we're going inside to uncover the secrets the Amazon has been hiding. Secret 1, the river that boils alive. Deep in the Peruvian Amazon lies a river unlike anything else on Earth. Locals call it Shanai Timpishka, which roughly translates to boiled with the heat of the sun. The water can reach temperatures of 90 degrees Celsius. That's 194 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot enough to kill an animal instantly. Animals that fall in don't escape. They're cooked alive before they can reach the bank. Geologist Andres Russo documented the river after hearing about it from his family. And even scientists were shocked when he confirmed it was real. But here's what makes this truly bizarre. Rivers that hot normally only exist near active volcanoes. But when Russo searched the maps, there were no volcanoes. Not nearby, not anywhere in the region. The current leading theory? The heat comes from deep geothermal faults, cracks in the Earth's crust that funnel scalding water to the surface. But scientists are still debating exactly how a river in the middle of the jungle stays this hot for miles. And the boiling river isn't even the strangest thing hidden in these waters. Secret 2, the river that runs with blood. On the other side of the Amazon basin, there's a different river with a darker reputation. The Rio Negro, or Black River, runs so dark it looks like strong black tea from a distance. But tributaries feeding into it can run deep crimson, almost blood red. Early explorers reported it with horror. Some thought the jungle itself was bleeding. The science is stranger than the legend. The red color comes from tannins, natural chemicals leached from decaying leaves and organic matter upstream. The same process that darkens a cup of tea. But the real mystery isn't the color, it's what lives inside it. The Rio Negro is so acidic and nutrient poor that almost no mosquitoes breed on its banks. Indigenous tribes figured this out centuries ago. They built their settlements along its shores specifically to avoid disease. They understood the chemistry of the jungle, long before scientists ever arrived. Which raises a bigger question. Just how advanced were the civilizations that called the Amazon home? Secret 3, the lost cities buried underground. For decades, scientists believed the Amazon was too harsh for large civilizations to survive. The soil is too poor, the jungle too unpredictable, food too scarce. Well, they were completely wrong. Hidden beneath the forest floor are the remains of one of the most sophisticated civilizations the ancient world never knew existed. Archaeologists have now confirmed the presence of enormous earthworks, known as Amazonian geoglyphs, stretching across hundreds of square kilometers in modern-day Brazil and Bolivia. These are massive geometric structures, circles, squares, complex multi-layered designs, carved directly into the earth. Some are larger than the Great Pyramids of Giza. They were invisible for thousands of years. They were only discovered after deforestation stripped away the jungle cover in the 1980s. How many more are still buried? Still waiting? Archaeologist Anna Roosevelt estimated that at peak the Amazon may have supported a population of over 10 million people. An entire civilization, sophisticated, organized, vast, that essentially vanished. And the Amazon swallowed almost every trace, but lost cities are only part of it. Because while archaeologists were uncovering what's beneath the jungle, biologists were discovering what's still living inside it. And some of what they found, science still can't fully explain. Secret 4, creatures. Science still can't explain. The Amazon contains more species than anywhere else on Earth. And scientists are still discovering new ones, at a rate of dozens per year. But it's not just new frogs or insects. Some discoveries have genuinely puzzled researchers. The mata-mata turtle, a prehistoric-looking creature that sits motionless on the river floor and inhales fish like a vacuum. The candiru, a parasitic fish so small it can enter the body of a larger animal undetected, feeding from the inside. The arapaima, one of the largest freshwater fish ever recorded, growing up to 3 meters long, that breathes air and can survive on land for extended periods. These aren't cryptids or legends. These are confirmed species. Animals that look like they evolved on a different planet. Scientists estimate that less than 10% of Amazonian species have ever been formally studied. What else is out there, in the parts of the jungle no human has ever entered? Secret 5. The Amazon controls the weather. Most people know the Amazon produces oxygen. What most people don't know is that the Amazon also creates weather. Scientists have identified what they call flying rivers. Invisible aerial streams of water vapor released by the forest that carry more water than the Amazon River itself. These flying rivers travel thousands of kilometers, delivering rainfall to cities and farmlands across South America. Sao Paulo, Brazil's largest city with 22 million people, relies on this system for its water supply. Deforestation doesn't just destroy habitat, it disrupts an entire continental weather system. Some climate scientists now believe that if enough of the Amazon is destroyed, it could trigger a feedback loop, a tipping point, where the forest can no longer generate enough moisture to sustain itself. They call it the dieback. And some models suggest we are already approaching it. But perhaps the most unsettling secret of all isn't about rivers, indoor cities, or animals. It's about the people still living inside the jungle, people who have never seen the outside world. Biggest secret: the uncontacted tribes. Even today, there are human beings living in the Amazon who have no idea the modern world exists. Brazil's government agency, FUNAI, the National Indian Foundation, officially tracks over 100 isolated indigenous groups. Some have never had any contact with the outside world. Not a single exchange, not a single glimpse. On the rare occasions outsiders have approached, the tribes respond with arrows. But the reason researchers don't try to make contact isn't fear. It's because history has shown, repeatedly, that even brief contact can wipe out an entire tribe. Their immune systems have no defense against common viruses. The flu, the common cold, diseases that feel minor to us can be catastrophic to them. In some documented first contact events, up to 50% of a tribe's population has died within the first year of contact. So by choice and by law, they are left alone. Which means there are entire cultures living in the jungle right now, with their own languages, their own histories, their own understanding of the world, that we will never know. The Amazon is often called the lungs of the earth, but it might also be the last great mystery left on our planet. A place where lost civilizations sit buried in silence, where rivers run boiling and blood red, where unknown creatures move through waters no scientist has ever seen, and where human beings live, untouched by time as the world outside rushes past them. If the discoveries made so far are any clue, the Amazon is still hiding secrets we can't even imagine.